Welcome to Vasti TV, where we own our story, ignite our business, and live our legacy now. And listen, the first half of 2020 of our legacy was not what we anticipated at all. But if you're gonna make sure the second half of 2020 is what you want it to be for your business in your life, then you have to get clear about what really matters for you to be spending your time on in your business. There's always a lot to do, but not everything is moving you to where you really want to be. And we want to make sure that you get focused on the right things right now. Whenever we're at the beginning of a new quarter or a new month, it's a prime opportunity to get clear about exactly where I want to go from here. What do I really want to see happen in my business? What are the changes I want to see happen in my life? And as we sit in that place of getting clear about where we want to go and what we want to be, we find ourselves at a unique space this year because of what has happened in our world. It's impacted us in so many different ways, but more than anything, it's amplified the need for why you need to get clear about what matters, not just in your life, but in your business, so that you can get to the place you want to be of really living life on your terms, being free to be your own boss. And that's where we are going with this today. I am going to give you the 3 strategies that I definitely tap into every quarter to make sure that you are hitting those milestones that you're setting out to target for the next 3 months. Now, I've told you before that I love alliterations. And so I have another one for you today. Today's alliterations are in our P's: profit, persona, and path. These 3 P's are gonna be key tips to you actually making sure you work on what matters in your business to actually get the results that you really desire. So our first P today is for profit. And I call it setting your profit target. You need to get clear about a number, an exact amount of money that you want to make by the end of 3rd quarter. So from July 1st till September 30th, how many dollars do you want to have earned in your business? And I don't mean just revenue, because that's different than profit. I mean profit, money that comes back to you once you've covered your overhead. Now, when you get clear about that number, there's a switch that happens because you shift from just doing all the busy work to actually focusing on a reward. Profits in your business is a reward, just like your paycheck at your job is a reward. So to not start there and get clear about what you're working for, it will have you spinning in cycles because you'll be doing all the things that every great mentor and guru tells you to do, when it's not even applicable for where you are in business. So let's get clear about where you want to be profit-wise at the end of these 3 months. Now, for those of you who might struggle with, well, I don't do this for the money, neither do I. It's about impact for me. But what makes it different is my motive behind it and my understanding behind it. So when you get clear about, hey, here's the profit I want to make, then ask yourself, why? What am I going to do with that money? Because that's a whole nother episode. But ask yourself that to clear up your motive. And when you understand what your motive is, then you can help yourself to not get stuck on the wheel of saying, well, it's not about money. Because honestly, it is. You're doing this to make a living. In order to live in our economy, in our world, you have to make money. So profit is key because that's going to get you laser focused in on where your efforts need to be from the jump. So if you're setting goals, you're getting ready for this 3rd quarter, your first step needs to be get clear about how many dollars you want to make by the end of this 3rd quarter. Okay? Let's go. Once you have your profit numbers down, then it's time to get intimate with your persona. Now, persona is another word for your avatar or your ideal client that you would love to work with. This is one that is often skipped over Because if you kind of show up in some places, you can get clients because there are some people who are just desperate enough that they'll, take a bet on you. But when you're really trying to build a business, you have to get clear about the persona that you're targeting and exactly what they need right now. So for this third quarter, you have to get clear about what my persona's problem is for this third quarter and what service and skill do I have packaged or can package to solve that problem for them. What is it about my unique skill set that will come in and be the exact solution that they need to get them to where they want to be? Now, this means that you have to get intimate with your persona. You have to get to know them. You have to find out where they hang out. And some of this you've heard before. This is an activity that you can never do too much because people are always evolving. Your audience will grow. You are getting clearer and clearer about who exactly you want to work with. And for your profits to be targeted to actually solving a problem that they have, you have to know who they are. You have to know, what are they struggling with? What are their challenges? What hurdle are they trying to hop over to get to that next place in their life or their business? Once you get clear about that, who your persona is, you can then really refine what service do you need to put your energy and effort in. What is it that you need to be making content around? What is it that you need to be creating landing pages for? Oftentimes, we just want to pick one and start with it because it's what we're good at and it's our system. But you have to meet your audience right where they are, considering what phase of business that you're in. Get clear about what your persona's problem is right now, going into third quarter, and serve them for what they need, the solution that's going to take them from point A to point B, and you are the bridge in between to get them there. Get to know your persona now. Our last P for today is your path. I call it chart your path. You have to get clear about what are the steps now for me to actually get this service that will solve my persona's problem in front of them. What do I need to do as far as copy, landing pages, sequences and formulas to make sure that they see this solution in front of their face as the one to really get them to where they want to be at point B. In order to do that, you got to take a moment, sit down, and really write out every single thing that needs to be done. All the tasks, get it out of your head and write it. And I mean literally write it like pen, paper, computer, type it, but out of your head and written out into a list so that you can see what needs to be done. Once you get it out of your head and you know what needs to be done, break that down into smaller steps. I can't say this enough. Breaking these down into smaller steps can be the yay or nay about whether or not you actually get it done. When we don't break it down into smaller steps, we either overcompensate and get overwhelmed, or we undercompensate and we miss pieces, so then we have gaps. And to avoid any of that right now up front, break down those tasks into even smaller steps. Now, once you've broken those down into steps, I want you to go pull up your project management tool that you use for all of your projects, and let's plug in the major tasks with deadlines. So major points that I know I need to hit: landing page, content strategy, wherever you are in that, video recordings, those get on the project management tool calendar with a deadline. Put yourself on a schedule. Let me tell you, structure is your savior in this, all right? So get on the calendar with deadlines. And then once you have those deadlines in place, now for my paper pencil planners, for my digital planners that you use on a day-by-day basis, pull it out, go get it off the desk, open it up, and in front of you, with all of those tasks broken down into little tiny steps, start plugging them into your calendar. If you need to do a week at a time, that's okay. But go ahead and get that week plugged in. Go out as far as you can. If you can get the whole month of July scheduled in for plugging these tasks and steps into your calendar for when you're going to work on them, when you're going to make sure all the boundaries are set to guard yourself so you can devote that time to it completely. Listen now, this is not about the path, because the path is all about preparing you to do what it is that you need to do. Where the magic really is going to happen is when you take action on that path. So once you get it all plugged in, it's to have that all out of the way before the month and quarter even starts, so that now you just take action. You wake up on a daily basis knowing exactly what you need to focus on, and you take action. You refine and adjust and adapt as you go, but you take action. Get the path charted now so that you can spend your time in action mode for the rest of third quarter. Profit, persona, and path. Get these three absolutely crystal clear. And everything else that you need to take action will be laid out for you. And all you do is show up and do the work. I mean, that's what we want to do, right? Let me show up and just do what I need to do. Get it done. Because this is what matters if you're really going to move your business forward and not lose yourself in the process of building this incredible business. You're incredible. I can't wait to hear what you are working on in this third quarter. So hit me up in the comments and let me know, what are your things that you're going to make sure you have the profit, persona, and path mapped out for third quarter. I'll see you in the comments, guys.